Sports Static. What's up, the Sports Static fanatics in the house? I'm on the road. You guys are going to see my image cut in and out on you. It doesn't matter. You don't need to look at me. I look like I fell out of the back of a pickup truck on a dirt road. But I'm going to run through these picks real quick. Let you guys know what's up with all these picks here. I'm not even going to give you my picks. I'm going to run through all the games. Good games, good matchups here. Niners at the Falcons. Pats at the Browns. The Jets at the Packers. Jags at the Colts. Vikings at the Dolphins. Bengals at the Saints. Ravens at the Giants. The Buccaneers at the Steelers. The lousy Steelers, I said. Panthers at the Rams. Cardinals at the Seahawks. Bills at the Chiefs. Game of the week, potentially game of the year. Cowboys at the Eagles. Another good game tonight. Then you got the Broncos at the Chargers. Not interested. Scott, what's going on? I see you. Scott says, I wish I had a game. What do you mean you wish you had a game? Elaborate, my friend. You talking about bringing your A game? All right, guys. So let's go through this. Oh, A game. You wish you had a game. I got you. I got you. So anyway, as you guys see, I'm on the road here, so the show is going to just be a little bit different today. And basically, Rob, what's going on? Rob, are you still working at that Edgewater? Is that what it is? The Edgewater up in the UP? Actually, I'm up in Tua is playing next week. Scott, Tua is not going to play next week. You remember that prediction I showed you guys that I made? I put the prediction up there, and I told you. And I recorded it just so we play it back so you guys get the lingo here. Tua will never play in the NFL again. It would be the stupidest thing that I've seen happen. Stupidest thing. The Queen Regina in the house. Regina, how you doing? The stupidest thing that would happen in the NFL that we've witnessed in a long time is for the NFL not to step in and allow Tua to play. Why? Because it's going to be a devastating thing to witness. Bad enough as it is right now. It'll be devastating. Rob says, yes, I'm still at the Breakwater Restaurant in the UP. Well, I'm not that far from him, but still hours away, Rob. I will get up there one of these times. I will. I get what you're saying, Scott. It was reported. We're still a week away. I'm telling you right now, Tua will not play next week. He will not play. Mark my word. Put that on your record button and record me telling you that. And who am I? A nobody. I'm a nobody. I'm telling you right now, Tua does not play next week. What are you going to do if you're a lineman? You try to tackle that guy. How are you going to tackle him? With a diaper? Rob says on a 5-minute smoke. Quick cig. Okay. Put them cigarettes down, pal. Yes, Scott. Tua has cleared the concussion protocol. Hey, Scott, I'm telling you right now. Just squint your eyes and daydream right now, and you tell me you can picture Tua. How you going to tackle him? How is he going to not get hit like that again? That's NFL football. And if he got hurt 2 weeks in a row like that, how in the world is he going to do that? And then the Queen Regina here comes in. We got the Queen that gets it right away. She says, "Agreed. Tua needs to retire right now." Rob says the Breakwater Restaurant is in Ironwood, Michigan, in the UP. We have a winter storm warning for today, 5 to 12 inches of snow. Wow. Wow. Rob says that the Dolphins take down Minnesota today. Rob, I'd like to see that happen. I don't think that happens. I do not think that happens. The poor Dolphins right now. But I just don't see that happening. So, I tell you guys all the time when we do this, we don't get this rolling, and it's very hard to. I tell you, don't bet a lot of money the first 5 weeks of football because they're not who we thought they were. You're going to bet your money. Now we're week 6 in. We're starting to know what's happening here. We got a clear identity with some of these teams. You should definitely be having to where at least you can make it through a week and have maybe 4 or 5 losses when you get to this point. Rob says he didn't see Alabama losing yesterday either. True. Gotcha. Panthers give Rams a loss today? Scott, I gotta say something, Scott. What happened to you? What happened to you? You were the guy that wouldn't pick your team to lose before you had Stafford. And I get it. He's on a rocky edge, and I think your love affair with him's over. I believe that. But now you're telling me that the Panthers come into the Rams today, and you've picked them 2 weeks in a row to lose. Yeah, you were right. But the Panthers? The Panthers. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Hey, Rocco, if you're a Rams fan, like a diehard Rams fan, like you got boxers that have Rams on them, okay? Are you picking your Rams at home today to lose to the Panthers? Yeah. Hey, you know what he said? He didn't even say the H-E-L-L. He said heck. Heck. He said heck no. All cap locks on that. The H-A-C-K. Heck. Come on, Scott. You're better than that. What do you think, Michelle? Rams. See? And Michelle said Rams. All right, Rob. Nice dropping in. Get back to that Breakwater Restaurant. Ironwood, Michigan. Ironwood, Michigan. Rocco getting 5 to 12 inches of snow today. This guy Rob here that's been with the show here for 5 years. He works at a little restaurant there in Breakwater. Or where's that? Ironwood, Michigan. Marinucci? Steve Mariucci. Oh, Steve Mariucci. Did you know that, Rob? You know a Steve Mariucci? From Ironwood, Michigan? All right, guys. Here we go. 49ers at the Falcons. I got the 49ers winning that today. Why? Hello? Hello? That's a no-brainer right there. Now, here we are. You guys, if you guys have been with the show, Rob, you've been with the show for a while, so I know you remember the Primo brothers, Rocco and them. So Rocco and I went today, we kind of crossed notes here, and we got 3 different picks here today, and one of them is the Pats at the Browns. And Rocco's got the quarterback coming out with a taped-up ankle, but he's not betting on that. He's betting on the run game from the Patriots and the Bill Belichick defense is going to go right at the key players there. He's going to shut the run down. Now, who's this running back you got, Rocco? For the Patriots. So Rocco says the difference maker in this game is Stevenson, and the fact that you got the Bill Belichick is going to shut down Chubb and Hunt today. That's the game, he says. So Rocco's got the Pats beating the Browns today. Who's with Rocco? I got the Browns at home winning today, and here's what I think. I just don't think you're going to stop Chubb and Hunt. I don't think. I think that game's going to be managed through the run. We got similarities on everything else here. Scott, what do you got here? Scott says, Kupp, Aaron, Akers, and many others listed as questionable. Who is going to fill in for them to get a win today? Questionable. That's nothing. They're all going to play today. Every one of those. Questionable, huh? Scratch your chin there for a second and ask yourself that question. They're playing today. They're all playing today. Scott, man, I'm taken back, man. I can't believe that you don't have your Rams beating the Panthers today. I'm shocked. Shocked. Anyway, so here we go. Back to that. I got the Niners beating the Falcons today. I've got the Browns at home. Now, here's one for you. The Jets go to the Packers with a taped-up thumb. Aaron Rodgers, taped-up thumb today. I see Aaron Rodgers walking around with his head dragging today, kicking rocks. But you know what? Packers at home today, I got them beating the Jets. The Jaguars at the Colts. I think, by the end of the season here, we're going to look at the Jaguars and we're going to think this is probably going to be the most improved team, the Jacksonville Jaguars. And by the end of this season, you're going to be looking at like, wow, we do got a quarterback we can build around here. Enter the Jaguars into the conversation. And no, Scott, they are not moving to St. Louis. I bet you'd take them, wouldn't you, Scott? I bet you'd take them. I got the Jags beating the Colts. Jags beating the Colts today. Vikings are at the Dolphins. Got the Vikings beating the Dolphins today. Too much. No good quarterback. No good quarterback for the Dolphins today. And Tua will not play there. Man, I can't wait. I see in the side right here, the little highlight, so I skip around a little bit here. Sunday night football. We got the Cowboys at the Eagles today. What a game that's going to be. Cowboys at the Eagles. I got the Eagles. I mean, guys, are you thinking of this? Do the Eagles just take care of business? I know you got your star defensive end there in Dallas, but I told you don't got to be an athlete now to pull it. I say week in, week out, and he's got a pull growing. Vikings beat the Dolphins today. The Bengals are at the Saints. How many of you guys are really thinking that the Saints are going to pull this off today? I took a loss on that one. I lost 5 games last week. But I'll tell you this right now. I got the Bengals beating the Saints today. Why? Because I think that Saints secondary is not going to be able to hang in there. And I think Joe Burrow is going to be able to pick this Saints secondary apart. So expect this. Any of you guys got Joe Burrow? Well, Expect to see some points with Joe Burrow today. Expect to see some passing yards with Joe Burrow today. Expect that. Scott says, I would take the Jags in St. Louis for future generations and for those in St. Louis that hate the Rams now. Why do you guys hate the Rams? I mean, I get it, they left, but you don't hate the Rams, do you? You hate you. Come on. Is that what's happening here? You got a love-hate relationship going on with the Rams? You know, Scott, I got a question for you. You had the Rams in St. Louis, okay? Was it sold out week in, week out? I just got to know from a business perspective. Why'd the Rams leave? I mean, what weren't you guys doing in St. Louis to be able to host an NFL franchise? I'm curious about that. You guys just sitting at home watching the games? You go to the stadium? I don't know. I'm asking. Ravens. Here's another discrepancy here with me and Rocco here. I'm not going to give you guys the exact date, but me and Rocco have been trading our picks since the 70s. We'll put it at that. Since the 70s. But Rocco's got the Ravens. The main factor, he's saying that Lamar Jackson is going to be a difference maker today against the Giants, and that the run game with the Giants isn't going to be enough. Is that right, Rocco? I won't put words in your mouth.
That's correct. One guy to shut down.
One guy to shut down for the Giants is what Rocco's saying. So essentially what he's saying is if you shut down Barkley right there, that the Ravens, they got Lamar Jackson, who's too dynamic to go into Jersey. Why aren't they the Jersey Giants, huh? New York. You got one team, New York. It's Buffalo. You got one team. Anyway, Rocco's taking the Ravens. Who's agreeing with Rocco on the Ravens beating the Giants today? I'm going to say this. I'm going to say it. The New Jersey Giants, they are going to pull this off, and Barkley is going to have his game today. I feel it. I feel he's like a diesel truck right now. He's going to warm up first in that first quarter, start heating up good in the second, and he's going to finish the game running that clock. I don't know how he thought he was going to get a bigger market, Scott, because nobody goes to Rams games that are Rams fans. Everybody knows that. In L.A., a bigger market than he had with you guys? You didn't answer my question. Did you go to the game? Who was in the stadium? You remember, Rocco, when St. Louis had the Rams? Mm-hmm. And they left. We got Scott, a long-time viewer here, Scott. What'd they do? They messed up, didn't they? Nobody went to the damn game.
Yeah.
Look.
Stafford effect.
Let me tell you something. The Detroit Lions suck. Year in, year out. It's kind of an inherited thing that you grow up knowing year in, year out. But the stadium's full all the time. I know there's not much going on. The leaves are changing colors. It's a beautiful drive down the country road you might take the long way home. Scott says LA fans are not filling the stadium. The stands are filled with opposing team. That's exactly my point. You just told me he took the team there for a bigger market. How'd that work out? Something tells me St. Louis just wasn't cutting it. But hey, moving along here. Rocco's got the Ravens to beat the Giants today. I got the Giants. The Bucs are at the Steelers today. Look, Rocco's prediction on that is that Brady and Evans and Godwin, they're all going to be rested in the halftime. It's going to be a blowout. A blowout. It's going to look real bad for Pittsburgh and real good for the Buccaneers. Obviously, I got the Bucs. How difficult is it? This year may be a little easier. But how difficult has it been over the last 3 seasons to go against the Bucs? Because you know there's a chance that any given game they're playing, it's not like you're thinking they're going to get blown. In the last 3 years, you haven't thought that the Bucs were going to get blown out. You just never thought that. You always thought they were going to be there and they had a chance. And if you're going to give somebody a chance to win a game in a fourth quarter in a tight game, who are you going to give the chance to? Hall? The GOAT. Right, Shelly? Panthers are at the Rams. Speaking of the Rams, Scott, can you believe this? Guys, you guys have been watching the show for a while here. You cannot believe this. Scott has the Panthers beating the Rams. Juliana, who do you got today, Panthers or the Rams?
The Rams.
See? Juliana over here just starting to drive a car, 15 years old. Little sketchy pulling in the driveway, but she knows the Rams win today. Now, come on, Scott. You're better than that, I said. Better.
Bye. See you later.
I got a girl 15 years old just getting on these roads they make in these United States, and she knows the Rams are going to take them out today. Scott, you're better than this. Jeffrey Todd in the house. Jeffrey Todd, what's up? And Jeffrey Todd puts it here in the way that we've heard. Yes, it's any given Sunday, but this Sunday is probably Chiefs' hardest game. I just hope Chiefs pull a miracle. Now, hang on a second with a miracle. If you're telling me that it has to be a miracle for the Chiefs to win this game, then right away I'm just going to tell you they're going to win. They're going to win. What are they going to do? I think it is the best game. This could be the best game of the season. Well, to me, when you look at the game, the playoff game last year, let me tell you something about that playoff game last year, okay? If you weren't sold on Josh Allen before that game, you were after it even though they lost because of his determination, his will that he had, take the whole team on his back. If you weren't sold on Josh Allen, if you weren't a Josh Allen fan after that playoff game, and they lost, but I think everybody who is a football fan, you saw that game and you knew who you were getting this year in Buffalo at quarterback. And look how he's come out. Makes it real hard to go against Buffalo now, doesn't it? That guy puts it all out there, week in, week out. He's the best player on the Rocco. Is he the best player in the field, Josh Allen?
Best player in the league.
Wow. I'm talking, is he the best player? Rocco comes out, and when he said it, his neck came. He went, he's the best player in the league. Neck came out, league. He wants to express, that's like putting apostrophe without a pen. You just straight, league. He said he's the best player in the league. I got his point. That's exactly what I'm saying. So, Jeffrey, I don't think you need a miracle to win. I think this is a tight game. But Rocco not talking earlier here. Here's what we think is going to happen. You guys watch that Buffalo game last week? You watch that? How'd that game start out? Look for something similar today. Right away in the very beginning of this game, look for the deep ball. Josh Allen and Diggs. Right away. Right away. We all know about the secondary and stuff. Okay, with the Chiefs and stuff. Watch right away. I'm telling you, the very first series, I'm going to tell you this. The very first series, Deep ball to Diggs, okay? And there is a very good chance that in the first minute, 2 minutes of the game today, depending on who gets the possession, but the first possession for the Bills, I'm telling you right now, they go deep to Diggs. They're going to test it right now. It's on. So I just believe that the Bills come out fast and strong, and then we see what happens with the Chiefs. I feel if you get up on them Chiefs early like that, you start seeing Patrick Mahomes run 300 yards sideways because he's trying to make every single play happen. Well, you got here. Scott says Mahomes is magic, but they only won by 1 point last game. I'm taking the Chiefs. Okay. You mixed me up for a sec. I thought you were taking me down a different road there. Win's a win. Well, I got the Bills in that game. I don't want to skip around. Let me jump back where I was real quick here. But I do got the Bills winning that game in what I think is going to be the best game, obviously, to me this week. Hey, it is a great game this week, but to the second one of this is going to be the Cowboys and the Eagles because, first and foremost, we're all waiting to see here, this Eagles team. We're waiting to see with the Eagles. How good are they? How good is Jalen Hurts? How good really is he? Jeffrey Todd, back to the Bills, Kansas City. Both quarterbacks are amazing. I'm just not sold on Chiefs. Third-string corner. Josh Allen is going to target him a lot. I'm not sure about the Chiefs secondary. If you didn't have Patrick Mahomes as being, the dynamic player he was, playmaker, that basically can release the ball from any position, thread some needles, there wouldn't even be a chance here. Not even a chance. All right, let me get back to where I was here. I have the Jags beating the Colts. We had the Vikings over the Dolphins. I got the Bengals over the Saints. I'm taking the Giants in Jersey today. How and why? I'm going to be thinking that the run game, which if the run game is intact and they commit and stay committed to it, fourth quarter, time of possession wins the game. Bucks at the Steelers will be an embarrassment in the Steel City, an embarrassment for them. Stop going to the games this year. You got better things to do on Sunday than to watch your Pittsburgh Steelers suck squirrel nuts. And that's basically what they're going to be doing. Panthers at the Rams. Scott has the Panthers, guys. You heard me. I got the Rams at home. The Cardinals at the Seahawks. I got to go Seahawks. Seahawks. I'm looking at the Seahawks to pull it off at home. This is Geno Smith guy, Rocco?
Yep.
Geno Smith, guys. Geno Smith, he's probably going to get a pretty good contract, and it's probably going to be in Seattle next year. You think, Rocco?
He keeps it up like this, no doubt about it.
Hey, there's times, and not just the little times. I go back to this. If you go back a few years ago, okay, and you were coming up into a playoff run, and you look at Jimmy Garoppolo taking his team to the Super Bowl, do you guys know, and you guys can check this for me, and I'm not sure with my memory if it was 9 or 11, but I will tell you in a conference championship game that took the San Francisco 49ers to the Super Bowl, Jimmy Garoppolo completed 9 passes. It might be 11. Even if it is 11, think of how did that happen? And who else was quarterbacking? Who went deep that year? Tannehill for the Titans. Now, obviously, we can look at the Titans and say, how did he do that? Derrick Henry. Remember that? Derrick Henry. Tannehill. So it was one or the other. Another thing. 11 passes and advancing in playoff games. How? Controlling, not making the mistake. You can win. You can win as a quarterback. Hey, Brad Johnson. Who's Brad Johnson? He was the quarterback for the Buccaneers in 2002, won the Super Bowl by not throwing an interception. That's how. So you look at that right there, okay? Seahawks, Geno Smith. What is the best thing he's got going for him right now? Not making a big mistake. Live to play another down. Live to play another down. Don't give them the 6 points in field position. All these quarterbacks want to do too much. And I've been saying this forever. You don't have to make the highlight reel every damn play. It's okay to just lay down and pump the ball. Now, if you're going up against a quarterback that you know the chances are every time they get possession of the ball, there's points going on there. I know you got to take chances. You got to take them. You are who we thought you were. When you got a tight game, the most important thing you can do as a quarterback is not give the other team good field position and making sure you're putting your team in the best position possible to have a late chance in the game. So Geno Smith, there it is right there, guys. They win today. How? Because Kyler Murray tries to do too much. You'll see. The guy's got a good arm. I just watched this kid. You know, every year if you watch since they've had Kyler Murray, the Cardinals, they're great in the beginning of the season. Go week 10, the wheels fall off of it. Week 10, wheels fall off. Everybody's thinking, oh, wow, look at them. What was this, a couple of years ago? Was it last year or a year before? They were 10-0? I swear they were.
Started out 7-0 last year.
And last year, Rocco right here, they started out 7-0. What happened? Wheels fell off. Why? Man, it's exhausting when you watch them play. Look at Kyler Murray. It's exhausting. You just watch this guy. It's exhausting. And it's even more exhausting because he's got little legs and they look like they're going so fast. Speedy Gonzalez. Reba! Cards lose today in Seattle. The Bills at the Chiefs. We're on that game. What a great game, guys. Get your nachos. Get your 3 flavored shredded cheese over there covering up the jalapenos. Hello? Bills win this game today. And that is the cursor right there that's going to put this right there. The Bills win this. And look, I'm going to tell you this right now. Not only do I got the Bills winning today, Rocco's got the Bills winning by 17. Wow. Sunday night football. The Cowboys at the Eagles. Make sure I'm keeping up with you guys here. Cowboys at the Eagles. I got the Eagles. Hey, real deal. Rocco's got the Cowboys on this one. We had 3 discrepancies here. He's got the Pats, the Ravens, and the Cowboys. And I mean, hey, it's there for the taking. But I got the Eagles to continue today. I like the package. I do. I like the balance. I really like the balance here. They're an overall pretty good football team. I like the balance. I don't know if Parsons with this pole growing is going to make it 4 quarters. I think he overdid it last week. I think you got the pole growing. I think you hit the sideline, so you got a faster recovery. Don't make it worse. It wasn't important enough last week in the season. It wasn't a playoffs? It was not a playoff game. What are you doing? You're limping. Rest. So I have a feeling there's the potential that Parsons may have overdone it. There could have been something where you lose this guy through the season out. I just thought that was kind of stupid. It wasn't at that point in the season where we have to have this game right now. Rick says that he has the Cowboys defense winning this game. And I like that. I like it. But there's dynamics there. And I just feel like the Eagles get it done today. And I do. I just think the Eagles get it done today for more than one reason. More than one. Scott says the Rams 10-point favorites. If I was gambling, man, I'd take the odds. Rams won't win by 10. Look, the Rams win today, okay? The Panthers, I'm telling you right now, the Panthers, no. I'm telling you, no. There's trouble in Carolinas. There's trouble, Scott, in the Carolinas. Anyway, back to this. I got the Eagles winning that. And then the Monday Night Football, I don't know how you guys feel about the Broncos. It's not looking good for Russell Wilson. Maybe Pete Carroll saw something that the Broncos didn't. There's some players who say they saw this with Russell Wilson quite a while ago. If you've got one dynamic guy, he can throw the ball 5 feet over his head, and he just always comes down with the ball. That's great. But Panthers have no quarterback, so they can't score. I mean, they can score. They can score. They're the quarterback that the Panthers have. Just think about the dynamic here, Rick. That quarterback was in a playoff game last year. He was in a playoff game. There's a lot of things that go with that. Do you think the Browns make the playoffs this year? Playoffs? You see what there's pieces and several pieces there. Is it coaching? But I do have Broncos at the Chargers. I got the Chargers winning that game today. Rick says Mayfield's out today. How did I miss that one? How did I miss that one? Okay. I get you now, Rick. All right. And how did I miss that one? How did I miss that one, Rick? Because I'm on the road, guys. I'm on the road right now. I'm up in the Detroit area. I'm doing a little road trip traveling here. I could be on the road for a little bit. Those are my picks, guys. I'm going to run through them for you one more time. Niners at the Falcons. I got the Niners. The Patriots at the Browns. I got the Browns. The Jets at the Packers. I got the Packers. I know. And that one's iffy on me right there. That one's iffy. I mean, the Jags at the Colts. The Jaguars at the end of this season here. The end of the season will be the most improved team. Okay? From a year ago. From a year out. Okay? Vikings at the Dolphins. I got the Vikings. Bengals at the Saints. I got the Bengals. The Ravens at the Giants. I have the Giants. Buccaneers at the Steelers. It will be an embarrassment for the Steelers today. They've got no secondary. There is no secondary. The Bucs go in there and they get to kind of, tighten up their skills a little bit here for the first half, pour it on them. We'll see if they start fast today. Panthers are at the Rams. I got the Rams. The Cards at the Seahawks. I got the Seahawks. Buffalo Bills at the Chiefs. The game of the week. If you don't agree with that, come on now. I got the Bills winning that. And we got the Cowboys at the Eagles. I got the Eagles. Broncos at the Chargers. I've got the Chargers. Guys, listen, I'm on the road. I'm ready to go ahead and get ready for some football here with a little brisk temperatures, some beautiful leaves on the trees. Rick says the Ravens take care of the Giants. You're not alone on that one. Anyway, guys, enjoy your Sunday football. I'm in today and out today. Peace out. See you next week.